A lot of you motherfuckers out there are boring. Like, that's a fact. And I'm talking men and women. Like, people don't have nothing that they're good at outside of I go to work and that's it. If you don't have some other skills, like if you haven't done something in life, played a sport, played an instrument, do something artsy, like something, then it can be boring in a early dating stage when you're talking to people.
You sent me, I think it was like a clip or something about passport bros. We
Yes.
we went on a Euro trip, with our
did.
passports last fall. But I wouldn't call us passport bros. I feel like passport bros, these guys are out traveling to countries in like Asia and South America. They're looking for a wife.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm in a happy relationship right now, so I'm not a passport bro. But
You're just in Mexico.
with my partner, with
Yeah.
Natalie. So yeah, no. If I was single though, this isn't bad. This is not bad. I mean, these guys, they're going to Central and South America. They're going over to Asia. They're meeting beautiful women who have maybe traditional values that are looking to come to the States. They build a relationship. They get to know each other, build a bond, and then, it's mutually beneficial for both parties. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't. What do you think?
I mean, it makes sense. Like with the world getting smaller and the internet, also with the countries opening up after COVID and people being locked down for like a year, I could see people getting frustrated, and everyone's been trying to get used to going out and stuff. Some people just take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, they feel like, American guys specifically, they feel like if they go to these other countries that they'll be, more of a prize there because people want to come to the U.S. Well, certain people from these countries want to come over here. So, I mean, yeah, I have no problem with it. It has become a thing, which I don't know. I feel like when anything becomes a trend, I always kind of question people's motives.
Yeah.
But hey, well, yeah, whatever makes people happy.
And I will say, while I feel like it could be a good thing for some people, like I don't see a problem with it. There are definitely people who are taking advantage. There's always been sex tourism, and this is being used as a method of, expanding that sort of action. They've got some crazy names for what they're doing to international, calling them like bang maids and stuff like that. Bang maids. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I mean, with anything, too much of something can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this is going to continue to develop. Like, if it's just going to be like every guy that seemingly can't get a woman in the States goes and tries to find one somewhere else in one of these other countries that are less well off or something. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but clearly there's some strange dating dynamics going on in the U.S. right now.
Yeah. Abby said 90 Day Fiance, which has been a show forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the theme of that show is like all the Americans are usually like the vastly less attractive person in the situation. So, hey, to each their own. But yeah, definitely a lot of different dating trends. Through COVID, I feel like people are all trying to figure it out. And actually, it's a new study said 6 out of 10 young men are single. Like 63% of men under 30 are single, which is up from 51% in just 2019, before COVID. And some experts, they blame a lot of like time alone as a major culprit of this. But yeah, 63%, that's a large percentage, especially going up from 51%. That's like half. That's pretty significant.
That's a huge percentage. Also, women, same age range, 18 to 29, only 34% are single.
Wow.
Now,
it's Women's Month.
It is Women's Month. Shout out to all the women that have significant others. I am wondering what percent of those guys that said they were single actually have relationships going on.
No, I don't. I think from this article, it seems like these guys are in some trouble. I believe that because I mean, I feel like a lot of women, you know, could date older than 30 if you're in your
Yeah,
20s. So this is
yeah,
men under 30. So I could understand the difference
true.
because, women, and they spoke about like men feeling pressured. Like this one guy was saying, oh, like dates feel more like job interviews than anything else. This one guy said he went on a first date recently, and the woman asked whether or not if they had kids, they would want to send the kids to public or private school.
It's an easy ass public. Like, I'm not spending $25,000 a year for my kid to go to fifth grade. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about
I
right
mean,
now?
some public schools are really, really shitty.
Some are, but I mean, I think that's the responsibility of the parent. You've got to, if you want your kid to go to a good school, you have to move to the right area, or you got to drive them over to that school and pay a little bit extra since you don't pay taxes in that town. Like, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
But on the first date, what kind of question is that? Like,
yeah,
you're just trying to get to know someone. You asking whether or not you want to send your kids to public school.
next they ask you, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So I can understand like, the difference between men and women, especially, this one guy was saying he feels like he was robbed of his early 20s. And after he kind of came out of like the COVID time of isolation, he doesn't feel like he can approach women the way he used to be able to.
I mean, I definitely feel it. Was it more from a communication standpoint? Like you missed a few years being able to like figure out how to talk to women and things like that?
Yeah.
Or is it also the aspect of, you know, earning potential for women has gone up a lot over the
Mm.
last couple decades? For men, it really puts a lot of pressure
Yeah.
because there's women that literally say, if you're not making over $200,000, I don't want to talk to you. Meanwhile, they make like 50, and it's like, what are we doing? What? Like, I understand that you want me to be the provider and protector and all this other stuff, but come on, there's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels, and yeah, be aware of your own level. I would
Yeah, you
say,
got to be self-aware.
yeah, but I do think there's a big disparity between young men and young women, and they speak of the young men in this article are in their later 20s. They talk about how they're not really necessarily totally ready for something serious. A lot of women their age are, so they just rather be single, focus on their career,
Yeah,
and play the field.
yeah. I mean, another difficult aspect of it is that a lot of you motherfuckers out there are boring. Like, that's a fact. And I'm talking men and women. Like, people don't have nothing that they're good at outside of I go to work and that's it. And then watch TV. Like, if you don't have some other skills, not just being funny, but like if you haven't done something in life, played a sport, played an instrument, do something artsy, like something, then it can be boring in a early dating stage when you're talking to people.
Yeah. Yeah. It is Women's History Month. So, shout out to all the women.
Of course.
You know,
Of course.
it's so funny. Like, whenever I see like clips that people repost of people like talking about relationship and everything, it's always some like pandering shit. Like, and that's the shit that, gets people going.
Yeah.
They eat that shit
Of
up.
course. Of course. They love the stuff to gas them up.
Yeah. So, we should do our best to gas up women during Women's History Month, yo.
Absolutely. Y'all are all beautiful. Looking good. Look at you right now. Look at you. Looking all fine.
Hell yeah, yo. I want to speak to all the men out there. If you're a man and you're dating a woman, you need to be able to understand everything she needs. Okay, before she even tells you, you need to understand how to read her mind. Men aren't honest with women. All men can really read minds, and we just don't tell women that. You need to tell your woman, I know what you need. I can read your mind. Men, tap into your psychic abilities.
Exactly.
Women, these are the secrets.
Yeah. Listen, show off your superpower. All right. Don't keep it hidden. Don't keep it hidden.
Oh man, yeah, those people are ridiculous. It's just like it's either one extreme or the other. It's just like do everything for your woman. And you can't be a leader if you got your hand out or you're doing this or not holding your end of the table. It's just like you don't know me. Man, and then half these people come out as frauds when their real life comes out. It's just like, who are these people? Saying the generic BS, but
Yeah.
people eat it up.
I mean, listen, it's tough both sides. It really is. I think there's unreal expectations for women too.
No, of course.
I mean, you go on Instagram, social media, it makes it really difficult
Why?
because the way women look. I mean, all the Photoshop, all the different tricks and things that they do to make themselves look like supermodels on social media, and then in person, it's like, oh, so you've been a four this whole time. I had no idea. But
Yeah.
it's it makes it really difficult, and I think that a lot of women struggle with that perception. Um,
Yeah, I mean, definitely cosmetic surgeries are going up. People are getting lip fillers, people are
mhm.
getting Botox fillers in their face, nose jobs.
Yeah,
Everything is just so common.
yeah.
But even men have been pressured to get in on the filler trend.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, man. How injectable fillers became the biggest thing in penis enlargement. This GQ
The biggest thing.
this GQ article, pretty much taught me something. 6 years ago, a New York plastic surgeon was giving fillers to one of his clients,
Mhm.
and her boyfriend was in the waiting room, and he was just like, "Oh, you think you can shoot some of that in my dick?" And the doctor, he was just like, "How about tomorrow morning? Do you want to be my guinea pig?" And he actually did it the next day, and now it's a service. Men are paying like $10,000 to $15,000 for fillers in their penis for a larger dick.
It's crazy.
You think this is the future of dicks?
I think that's scary though. Like I maybe it is the future. I know a lot of people are probably like self-conscious about what they've got going on. You watch porn and stuff and it's crazy what guys have down there. And everybody seems to get brainwashed into thinking like, "Oh, if I don't have a 10-inch penis, then I'm just not living right." And
Yeah, the doctor says he even has porn stars come in. He says,
I'm sure.
I have porn stars that that come in who are like a horse and they want even more and they even want more like a horse. Um, but like 10 grand on this, like that's insane.
That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. They say, depending on the patient's preference, this can require 10 to 20 syringes of filler,
Oh,
setting a patient back anywhere between $11,000 and $20,000. While the results begin instantly, the full effects won't be seen and felt for about 2 weeks, and intercourse is discouraged for 48 hours after the surgery.
wow. 48 hours. You got to wait 2 days to use your new dick. I just couldn't believe. I'm like, they're doing fillers everywhere. I guess it's safe. And how does this even become a procedure? I feel like they're just able to do whatever the hell they want to do with this stuff.
I mean, listen, to be clear about this, they did say that it doesn't actually add length to your penis. So if you have a short guy, like you're stuck, but it does add girth and weight.
Mm,
So it gives the appearance like it's just a larger penile function that you've got going on. So
larger penile function.
listen. This is a pause worthy segment, but we're just going to push through it. Pause. Um, so I hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
But it won't be me. I'm scared to do that.
Yeah, I won't be dull on that either. But shout out to the guys who do. Let us know. Would you inject your dick with lip fillers or just fillers? Would you inject your penis with fillers? Let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe if more men did this, less men would be single. I don't know.
They said in the article, it appears that you can, in fact, Buy Big Dick Energy. Whoever wrote this is a sick person. Was this a man or a woman that wrote it? Max Berlinger. You're a sick dude, Max.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Max, maybe he is free promo.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. This article's probably worth 10 grand.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm good off of that. I mean, there's all types of things coming out. We're early in the 20s.
Yeah.
And we got male birth control. We got dick fillers. It's
a new world out here. It's a new world out here. Let us know in the comments. Would you get dick filler?
Yes.
Would you take that chance to have a heavier, bigger dick?
Yeah. and if you've done it, let us know how it works. And I guess it dissolves. Like I wouldn't even I wonder how long it lasts too. All this stuff, man.
So many questions. If you've had experience with this, let us know in the comments. That way we can be better educated, and all of our other subscribers and followers can have some new information as well.
Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.